So in a previous video, we played with the Gundam Universe full burn earn action figure. So with just a Gundam marker, we were able to really make the details pop out on this action figure, because when you take it out of packaging, the white parts are really just white parts. Well, if you take a closer look at the action figure, you will see the panel lining, and those panel lining just would make the figure better. So just a pen made this figure really look this great. So we are ready to move to a more grounded type from the space variety. So this used to be a ground type to a space variety. Now we're going back to a ground type Gundam, which is also at mass retail. So I have seen many of these at my local Targets and Walmarts. So in a previous video, we already discussed the articulation points, accessories, and the base details on the unboxing experience of this action figure. So we're going straight towards the customization, modification, kitbash, or whatever you want to call it on this action figure. Okay, so let's start with the shield. So the shield, I already discussed where this came from, a Masters of the Universe Classics He-Man action figure, and I just got rid of the orange paint of the shield. I just used a strong acetone solution, the strongest that I could find in retail. So after rubbing off the orange paint of the shield, I washed it off with soap and water, so to take off the excess accumulation of acid on the plastic, so it's not going to continually melt or burn the plastic. Now the black paint on the shield, nothing really fancy. Whatever kind of paint that you have on board, well, I used black nail polish because I still have a lot of black nail polish for this kind of things. And I like black nail polish because immediately after just 15 to 20 minutes, the paint is already good to go. So no second painting or priming of the shield or whatever, just apply and it's good to go. Okay, so with regards to mounting the shield to the shoulder or the arm of the action figure, no modification is needed. The way the He-Man shield is constructed, it's going to stay on the arm of this Leo action figure very well. It's like that it's been made for the Leo, except for those round stud parts on the shield, but at least it still provides a little bit of accent instead of having a very plain looking flat shield. So I like this shield better actually. If only it came colored in green. Now with regards to mounting the beam saber handle onto the shield for storage, well, you see those spaces on the clip of the shield, just jimmy that handle in between and it's going to stay in place. So personally, I would like the handle more towards the center of the arm, so I could see it when it is on the shelf. For example, I'm taking pictures of this action figure. I would like to know that that shield is really handle is really visible. Okay, so second thing that I did was to do the panel line work, which took about something like 30 to 45 minutes to do, and just have an extra acetone solution, not the strongest one but the mildest that you could find. So for example, you were marking and whoop, you made an extra line out of the panel line, you could just rub it off with the acetone solution that you have. Not the strongest type but the mildest that you could find. Okay, so panel line on the legs. When you start panel lining, start with the biggest part first. Well, you could take the entire leg off, so you could handle the leg while doing the panel line work, or you could even just take hold of the figure this way and just panel line away. Okay, so this is how the figure looks now with the black Gundam marker. And the last thing that I did was to add the some stickers on the action figure, those numbers that you see. So we have 31, 31, 31, and there's another 31 and another 31. Why the number 31? So I would just have the feeling that we have 30 figures more of this action figure instead of just having one. So the 31st is going to be mine. And since this is the ground type that many soldiers would use, not this specialized Gundam variety, so it's just nice to add a sticker, number sticker on this action figure, so to provide identification of the mobile suit. So if, for example, you're pilot of number 31, then you could easily spot your Leo unit where it is placed in bay. So for example, you're walking on this side, so you could spot your unit by the number 31, or you're walking on the back side, so you could see the number 31. And when you're in the battlefield, you see the front, the number, and then the number. For example, the opposing forces are also using this type of mobile suit, then there you go, easy identification for your buddies. So very simple work that I did. I still wanted to add additional parts to this action figure, but somehow it's already nice this way. The simpler somehow the better, instead of having a lot of extra things on this action figure that it blurs the action figure out. So just simple panel line work, simple stickers, simple shield, and simple paintwork on the shield to come up with this new base action figure. And actually, if you want to do more, then you could still buy more of these guys when it comes to, of course, clearance later on. So when it comes to clearance, I'm going to snag about 4 more of this guy and going to do the same modification: panel work, shield, and number sign. So before I had this Leo action figure, I had this Gundam unit, the RX-79. This was my favorite ground type Gundam. So just a recap to what I did to this action figure. So I took off the magazines on the side skirts and attached missile pads. So those missile pads comes from a Gundam model kit. So the Gatling gun that we have on this figure, that comes from a Kotobukiya model support group. So the barrels on this on this huge Gatling gun actually rotates. So let's do that rotation. Okay, look at that. Isn't that cool? So really makes your playtime really awesome. So we also have the ammunition belt. So part of the Kotobukiya model support group package, wherein you have to buy the Gatling gun, but the box, the ammunition can, and the belt comes separately. So this is a separate purchase. The Gatling gun is a separate purchase. But when I purchased these accessories, they were really cheap, at about $10 a piece. So when you go to Amazon right now, it's about something like $29, really overpriced and out of stock. That's the thing. So I was just lucky to purchase those accessories to pair with these RX-79 Easy 8. So I also recently panel lined these action figures, so all of the nuts and bolts and all of the available parts of the action figure where I could put on a little bit of panel work I did on this action figure. And I modified the gun that came with this action figure. So instead of having a drum mag of some sort, it's now a magazine type. And I painted the gun silver, some parts of the gun silver. So my two favorite ground types, the RX-79 and the Leo. So if you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.